Some facts of addition of integers, NCERT Chapter 6, page 97. All operations on whole numbers hold for integers. Let's discuss closure property. We add integers 5 and 6, their sum is 11. Adding 4 and negative 7, we get minus 3, which is an integer. We add minus 9 and 7, we get minus 2, which is an integer. Adding minus 7 and minus 5, minus 12 is the answer. Minus 12 is an integer. Add 0 and minus 1. Answer is minus 1, which is an integer. Adding integers minus 5 and 5, we get 0. 0 is also an integer. In all these examples, we see that sum of two integers is always an integer. Closure property states that sum of two integers is always an integer. Find the sum of the integers minus 5 and minus 9, 6 and 3, and you have to explain the closure property. Minus 5 plus minus 9 is minus 14, which is an integer. 6 plus 3 is 9, which is an integer, and closure property states that sum of two integers is always an integer. Commutative property of addition. Let us add minus 1 plus 9. What do we get? 8. Now we change the order. 9 plus negative 1. What do we get? 8. So whatever be the order in which we add, we get the same result. And so we can say that minus 1 plus 9 is equal to 9 plus minus 1. In the second case also, whether we add minus 6 plus minus 7 or we add minus 7 plus minus 6, we get the same result, that is minus 13. The order of the two integers in which they are added does not matter. In both cases, we get the same result. 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. And when we add 0 and 7, then also we get the same result, that is 7. Now let's add two integers minus 8 and plus 8. What is the answer? 0. And if we add 8 and minus 8, then also we get 0. So in the above examples, we see that two integers can be added in any order to get the same result. This property we call as commutative property of addition. We can add any two integers in any order to get the same result. Let's fill in the blanks. Minus 4 plus dash is equal to minus 6 plus minus 4. Now on that side we have the order minus 6 plus minus 4. So on this side we can have the order minus 4 plus minus 6 so that the two sides are equal. Commutative property states that we can add two integers in any order to get the same result. Associative property of addition. Let us add three integers now. We have 4 plus, we've clubbed together minus 5 plus 7. And the answer that we get is 6. Now in the second case what we do is we club together 4 and minus 5 and we add 7 to it. In this case also we get the answer as 6. So we see here that minus 5 and 7 first, and to the sum add 4, the third integer, we get the same answer. In the same way, in the second case also 4 and minus 5 clubbed together and then 7 added, the third integer, we get the answer as 6 in both cases. Now another example that we take is minus 3 and minus 7 plus minus 2 are clubbed together. When we add these three, we get minus 3 plus minus 9, which is equal to minus 12. Now the second case what we do is we club together minus 3 and minus 5 and plus we add minus 2. Now when we club these two together, we get minus 10, and when we add minus 2, we get minus 12. Therefore, we see that minus 3 plus minus 7 plus negative 2 is equal to minus 12. And on the other side, we've clubbed minus 3 plus negative 7 plus the third integer minus 2. Associative property of addition states that the way we group the integers for addition of integers, the result is not affected. The addition of integers is associative. Let's fill in the blanks. Minus 2 plus 4 minus 4 are clubbed together, plus we add something, is equal to minus 2 plus minus 4 and minus 5 are clubbed together. Now for this, the blank we have to write minus 5, because then only do we get the same result on addition. The addition of integers follow associative law, which states that it does not matter how numbers are grouped, the final sum of the integers will be equal. Now in the second case, we have numbers minus 4 plus minus 6 plus minus 5 grouped together. Now we take the left hand side and we see that minus 4 plus minus 11 is equal to minus 15. Now seeing the right hand side, we have minus 10 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 15. In both the cases, the result is the same. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So both sides are equal. Irrespective of how numbers are combined, the sum of integer remains the same. Additive identity or identity element for addition. Let us add 0 to any integer. 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. Minus 8 plus 0 is equal to minus 8. 9 plus 0 is equal to 9. Minus 5 plus 0 is equal to minus 5. When we add 0 to any integer, the integer remains the same. 0 is called the additive element identity or identity element for addition. Fill in the blanks. What should we add to minus 7 to get minus 7? 0. Additive identity for any integer is the integer 0. On adding the blank additive identity to an integer, the integer remains the same. Additive inverse. Let us add two integers with same absolute value but with different signs. Minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now 6 and minus 6 are called additive inverse of each other. Minus 15 plus 15 is equal to 0. Both 15 and minus 15 are called additive inverse of each other. For any integer, there exists its opposite integer such that their sum is equal to 0. The integer and its opposite are called the additive inverse of each other. What will be the sum of 9 and its opposite? Find the sum of the two. How are they connected? Now opposite of 9 is minus 9. 9 plus minus 9 is equal to 0. Now 9 is called the additive inverse of minus 9 and minus 9 is the additive inverse of 9. 9 and minus 9 are additive inverse of each other. Now let's find out the additive inverse of 1. Additive inverse of 1 is minus 1 because 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 0. What is the additive inverse of 0? It is 0. Additive inverse of minus 8 is 8. Additive inverse of 5 is negative 5. Now let's do some fill in the blanks. Minus 15 plus what will be equal to 0? We add positive 15 to it to get 0. 1 plus minus 1 will be equal to 0. In the third case, 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. And in the last case, 25 plus minus 25 is equal to 0.